When it comes to tracking investments over the long term, especially with a 10-year window in mind, most people tend to focus on the short-term fluctuations, day-to-day market swings, weekly reports, or monthly updates. But here's the thing. That's not how you get the real picture of long-term success. In this video, I'll break down the exact method I use to track investments over the next decade. And trust me, there's one simple shift that will completely change your investment strategy. Stick around to the end because I'll share the most important thing you need to know about staying consistent over 10 years. Now, before I get into the specifics, I want to clarify something. Unlike most financial advice you see online, I'm not incentivized by affiliate commissions or sponsorships. This is just what works, plain and simple, from years of experience. No hidden agendas, just pure value. The first thing I always do is set clear, long-term goals. We're talking 10-year milestones. This isn't about reacting to the market's daily noise. Instead, it's about aligning your investments with the big picture. Whether you're building a retirement fund, growing a legacy, or just trying to hit a specific target, everything you do needs to revolve around your overarching goal. So, how do you track something over 10 years without getting sidetracked? I use a performance dashboard that's centered on quarterly checkpoints. No, not monthly, and certainly not weekly. These quick 3-month evaluations help you zoom out and see trends. The idea is to avoid micromanaging your investments every minute of the day. Focus on these broader quarterly snapshots and track how your assets are moving relative to your set goals. Here's where things get interesting. If you're serious about tracking for the long term, you need to embrace patience and discipline. You're not just tracking the numbers, you're tracking the growth journey. This is a psychological shift, and it's something most investors miss. Instead of constantly checking your portfolio, you're keeping an eye on the broader trends that show long-term growth potential. Are the companies in your portfolio innovating? Are there shifts in the industries you're invested in? That's the type of information that tells you whether you're still on track or need to adjust your strategy. A key element of long-term investment tracking is embracing volatility. And I mean embracing it. A 10-year window isn't about avoiding market dips or sudden crashes. It's about recognizing that volatility is part of the game. If you understand that, it becomes easier to ignore the daily noise and focus on where your investments will be in the future. And here's the kicker. Keeping track of how your portfolio responds to these fluctuations will give you an edge. You'll get more comfortable with market cycles and know exactly when to double down and when to pull back. Now, here's something that a lot of other investors overlook. Diversification with a purpose. Too many people focus on spreading risk without actually looking at how their assets work together. I take a different approach. I make sure that my investments, whether in stocks, bonds, or real estate, align with a specific theme that makes sense over the long term. For instance, if I'm betting on tech, I'll focus on companies that are innovating in fields like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, or sustainable energy. This isn't just diversification for the sake of it, it's purposeful, growth-driven diversification. And finally, one thing that you absolutely need to do every year is a full portfolio review. But here's the twist. This isn't just about looking at the numbers. You're looking for the hidden trends, the things that could indicate bigger shifts coming down the road. This year, for instance, I realized that certain sectors were outperforming my expectations. Instead of simply rebalancing, I took a deeper look into these sectors, researched emerging companies within them, and made adjustments. This forward-thinking mindset is what sets long-term investors apart from those who only chase short-term gains. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the most important thing you've learned in all these years? Well, here it is. Consistency is everything. You can have the best strategy, the best tools, and the best investments in the world, but without consistency, you're going to lose focus. The 10-year window is long, and a lot of things can happen in that time. The key is to make regular adjustments, but never lose sight of your long-term goal. Stick to your strategy, stay disciplined, and adapt as needed. So, to wrap this up, if you want to track investments with a 10-year window, focus on long-term goals, use quarterly performance check-ins, embrace volatility, diversify purposefully, and do a yearly review. And remember, consistency is the true key to success. If you found value in this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. It helps support content that's not influenced by hidden affiliate commissions. That way, I can keep bringing you honest, straightforward financial advice. Thanks for watching.